This is the last episode of the Casual Hunters podcast. We brought you the most laid-back hunting. Introducing myself for the last time. The Swedish hunter from the cold north, Nilam. The English hunter with an igloo for hair, Iceman. And the Australian hunter with many personalities, Icicle.
Yeah, this is it's a quite abrupt for probably all of you, but we all have a lot of stuff going on personally at the moment, and it's very, very, very difficult. It's always been difficult to coordinate a proper time to record because of how drastically different our time zones are, particularly myself. Like the other two have a fairly close timetable. And I go to university full time, and I have a part-time job at the same time. So there's very little time I have spare, and everyone else is very, very busy as well, especially Neelam.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff going on as well with my personal life. I'm actually going to start university myself in a couple of weeks, and I'll be working now and then as well for this moving company. So that's why I've been not very active lately, because I had a lot of stuff going on around me all the time, and we're about to move out from this house that I'm living in about maybe a month or two, so we had to, fix up the house.
Yeah, and for me, it's pretty much like I've been unemployed for almost a year now. I've had like little part-time things going here and there, but with it being so long, I'm getting like forced to go to places that help you find a job and whatever, and I'm volunteering at a place that helps people find a job, so I'm not having too much time for stuff as well. And like Neelam and Wolfie are like super busy, and it's like pretty much near impossible for us to even get into a call, let alone have enough time to record, because
Yep.
what people don't really see and probably don't know is that like to record an episode takes between 2 and 4 hours because there's
Yeah.
loads of stuff going on in the background. Like we need to all get set up, and if we get disconnected, we've got to get reconnected and all that kind of stuff.
And
Yeah.
then often enough we have a severe audio problem, and then we might have to re-record an entire segment.
Yeah, that's been another issue as time's gone on. Like, we've lost hunts, we've lost either the video, the audio, or both, so things haven't worked out like that. You know, that's not necessarily our fault. It might be the recording software cuts out, which it has done in the past. Like, the video doesn't record for whatever reason, and then, you can't redo, something like that. So
No.
it's
And often
stuff's
enough to
gone.
record, it's like it's already a real inconvenience in that. For example, Neelam might not have even had breakfast yet because of the such a small time frame that we have to record. It's like we all have to put off things that we would normally obviously not put off.
Yeah. This one time when I found one gap for you and me, Wolfie, to actually be in a call at the same time. So I left my ex-girlfriend's house that I had planned to go to, well, for like a week. So I sacrificed my weekend just to record one episode of this podcast.
Yeah.
And yeah, now when I look back, it was kind of insane of me, but I can't do that any longer, and I guess no one should.
Because that's
Yeah.
like the biggest issue. I mean, we all want to do this, but it's just
Yeah.
the fact that real life comes first, and it's like I could say, it takes like between 2 and 4 hours to record an episode. We all have to make sure that we've got enough time because obviously things can go longer and shorter depending on whatever happens, and like editing the videos takes a very, very long time because we've got to like edit it properly, and then we've been censoring it as well, so that means you have to put like extra time into making sure you censor it all out.
Yeah.
And we've had problems with
And
that in the
then-
past as well. So there's
And
a
then,
lot going on.
There's a little thing that I guess was sort of touched upon when we had Christian in an episode where he was talking about how it gets a bit of a strain to just do the same thing for as long as the Monster Hunter podcast had, like just playing Monster Hunter all that time. And we all obviously are huge fans of the Monster Hunter series, but it gets a little bit tedious. We've already spent hundreds of hours in the games that we've been recording in, and there's just absolutely nothing new to the West from Capcom. Sometimes it can be a little bit straining just to come up with topics to talk about, because there's just, at first, when we first started doing this, there was like new stuff going on in Frontier. There was stuff on the horizon like Tri-G for potentially in the West, and there were lots of things to just talk about for as long as we wanted. But now it's like there's pretty much nothing left to cover.
Yeah, so this is the last real episode of this podcast, but we will have the Facebook page still up, and we probably, well, mostly Iceman will probably record casual hunts now and then. So we will still keep the Facebook page and this YouTube channel, but it will not be as a podcast any longer. It will be more of a, what do you call a regular...
A collage.
Yeah, that could be a thingy. So it will not be a podcast, but we will probably upload casual hunts. And maybe if I upload something or Icicle upload something, we will maybe like make a small advertising video within this channel, so you can, click on the link in that video to get to my channel or to get to Icicle's channel.
And if we record a video that has like all three of us in it, like some sort of like a hunt, then maybe we'll also release it on the podcast or just on the podcast channel.
Yeah, because it kind of seems like a bad move to kind of maybe just put like little advertisement like videos, as Neelam said, but it's just like we're pretty much we don't want to abandon what we've got, and like it's easier for us to all put our videos in one place for everyone to see, because like people might be subscribed to me and not be subscribed to Neelam, and then they see one of Neelam's videos and then they think, oh, that's quite good, and then go subscribe to him and then keep up to date on what he's doing. So like it's just easier for us to put, like I say, just put preview videos up and keep it so we're still together kind of thing, but not really. That's another thing. It's like if people still want to try and hunt with us or whatever, if we've got the time, we're not going to say no that you can't hunt with us. But again, the main problem is like we don't really have that much time for ourselves.
No.
Because that was another plan. We wanted to get people in to play with us, but of course, that never happened.
No, but that was a plan from, well, I guess since almost the start of this podcast. But this is the last one. This is episode 16. So we did go on for quite a while, but yeah, it was kind of hard to keep up with the same pace as before.
I guess there's not much more to say, is there? Or...
No, not really. I mean, we're all gonna hopefully keep up on our own videos and stuff. Like you say, we're gonna keep the page on Facebook up. We're gonna keep the YouTube channel up. Like we've all got our own channels, so like if people unsubscribe from this one, hopefully they'll subscribe to us individually. But other than that, there's not a lot else we can say. Real life's become too much of a big deal, and again, it takes a large chunk of our time to do this, and if you don't have that time, you can't do it.
Yeah, well, I'm thinking about uploading videos again on my channel finally, but they're probably not going to be Monster Hunter, just because Frontier is such a it's such a problem. It's so intrusive on life that I'm thinking about maybe just avoiding it.
Mm.
forever, but maybe not.
Like
We'll see. I do want to play it again, but it's kind of really bad for my my life.
I have this little, not project, but Monster Hunter Coffee Break on my channel, and I have recorded some more videos, but I haven't even had the time to edit that for myself, and that's bad enough because this is literally the first time all of us three are in the same call for about 1 month, right?
Yep. Yeah, probably.
And
Yeah.
I haven't even had time to edit my own stuff from my own channel, and trying to record a podcast and think about that was
Yeah.
just really stressful.
And when we started, we were like talking all the time. We'd be chatting pretty much every day, not necessarily in the same call, but we'd definitely be messaging each other, and often in calls with each other every couple days, probably. And
Yeah.
as the other two have said, we all really want to do this podcast. We love this podcast, but we just unfortunately can't. And so yeah.
And as we already said, it's like there's pretty much no Monster Hunter news. Capcom keep continuously teasing Monster Hunter fans have got something to look forward to in the West. And then there was that guy who's recently joined Capcom Unity, who's like a super insane fan like me. He's got like pretty much every single version of all the games and like the limited edition PSP and stuff. And he keeps saying, like, you've got something to look forward to, but I can't say anything right now. So, Portable Third's been and gone. That's been out for about 2 years. Tri-G, to be honest, I honestly do not think it will ever get a Western release. So the very,
Oh no.
very last chance we've got is Monster Hunter 4, either on the 3DS or if Capcom decide to do a HD version on the Wii U, sorry. That's it. Because, like, to be honest, Monster Hunter sells less than 10% in the West of what it does in Japan. Like, Portable Third, I believe, sold like 4.7 million copies by, a couple of months. So, as a business, Capcom see that as in that's where the fan base is, that's where they need to concentrate on. It doesn't sell in the West, so you're not going to get it, to be honest.
But still, we should probably hope. But it's kind of hard to hope when
Yeah,
we haven't
as
gotten
time goes
anything.
on, it's like you can only say for so long, like, we've got something coming, we've got something coming, and then they never give you anything, and it just keeps going and going, and the hope just gets lost over time because they don't follow through. They keep saying we want to release it, and they just don't.
And remember, guys, the key to saying goodbye is by being casual.
Goodbye.
Hey, Noah!
Peace out.
We'll see you again sometime, maybe.
Who's gonna raise your mast?
That'll be me.
I need a good strong man to hoist me sail and
Oh.
swab me poop deck.
Oh, did you say deck or dick?
That's pretty casual, if you ask me.
Can it be both? My poop dick.
All right.
I've been around the block, as ye'd say. Okay, yeah.
Are you done?
Pretty
Oh,
much.
no.
Okay.
I just
Alright,
thought
start
I should-
recording.